Okay, good morning, Year 4. It's time for the next exciting chapter of The Maid, the Witch, and the Cruel Queen. And this one is Chapter 4, The Lord of a Burning Manor. When the clock struck 12 noon that day, Queen Mary rode up to the gates of Scuggot Manor. Her captain hammered on the great front door. A kitchen boy tugged it open a crack and looked out. Here's the kitchen boy. "Where is Lord Scuggot?" the angry captain growled. The kitchen boy wiped his nose on his sleeve. "Dunno, pal. Lord Scuggot went out hunting on the moors at sunrise. He's never usually this late, though. His dinner's getting cold. He never likes to miss his dinner." The poor people of Bewcastle had come from the fields and the houses to stare at the Queen and her soldiers and servants. Children with runny noses threw mud at the polished breastplates of her guards. Here's the children with runny noses throwing the mud at the guards. Then ran and hid behind their mother's skirts. The Queen turned her flat, pasty face to the captain of the guard. "What sort of greeting is this for a queen?" Here's Mary Tudor on her horse. Get off, get off. The captain shrugged. "A messenger was sent to warn Lord Scuggot last night, Your Majesty." She looked at the barred gate and her voice rose. "So, where is Lord Scuggot?" Along the road ran a man dripping water. He raised clouds of dust from his boots and stumbled when the sole of one flapped and let in stones. His breeches were torn and tangled with brambles. His cap slipped down over his sweating red face, and his jerkin, which is his jacket, was muddy. Here he is. You see him? Look at him. "I am Lord Scuggot, Your Majesty. Sorry, Your Majesty, I was delayed." The Queen looked at him with disgust. "Delayed?" I was trying to catch a witch, Your Majesty," he whined and mopped his face with a muddy sleeve, just wiping streaks of brown on his purple cheeks. "Where is this witch?" the Queen demanded. She wrinkled her nose as if he stank like a tramp, which he did. There's the Queen holding her nose as a terrible pong comes past. "She escaped, Your Majesty. I was planning to burn her in the marketplace as a sort of welcome for Your Majesty. We people of Bewcastle know how much you enjoy a good burning," he said, flopping his hands weakly. The captain of the guard drew his sword and strode towards Lord Scuggot. He smacked the lord on the back with the flat of the sword. "How dare you?" he hissed. "Her Majesty's judges may send some evil men to be burned, but Her Majesty does not like to do it." The captain slapped Lord Scuggot on the backside, and the fat lord howled. "Ow! Sorry! We'd heard about Bloody Mary and—" "Smack! Never call her that! How dare you!" "Smack! Ouch! Sorry, Queen Bloody—" "Smack! Ouch! Sorry!" And here are some photos of Lord Scuggot and his sore bottom where he's being smacked with the sword. The Queen turned in her saddle and looked at Scuggot Manor. "Is this pitiful pile yours?" she asked. "Yes, your queenness," Lord Scuggot babbled and burbled. "I will show you who enjoys a good burning." She turned to her captain. "Burn down his house." Before the clock struck 1:15, the stables had been emptied of horses and the hay set alight. The servants fled as the fire spread. The powder in the gunroom exploded, and the sky was filled with crimson flames and black smoke. Queen Mary nodded. She turned her horse and led her followers away from Bewcastle. A sobbing Lord Scuggot was led away to the stocks to be pelted, which means people threw things at him, with rotting fruit. There was a hill that looks down on the town. A grey-haired woman in a black dress stood on the top and shook her head. It was old Nan. Right. See you tomorrow for the next chapter.